as you release everything out. Take another deep inhale in through your nose. Hold it at the top. And then open mouth as you release that breath out. Now this time, take a deep inhale in, but visualize your breath coming up through your fingertips, all the way up the top of your arms, through your shoulder blades. Then hold it at the top. Create that expansion through your lungs, your diaphragm. Feel that breath expand through your chest. Then hold it here for 4, for 3. Release that breath in 2, and 1. Then slowly release that breath out, feeling your belly lower closer towards your mouth. We'll do that one more time. So take a deep inhale in through your nose, visualizing your breath coming up through your fingertips, all the way up your arms, down your shoulder blades. Then hold it at the top. Create that expansion through your lungs, your diaphragm. Hold here for 4, for 3. Release that breath in 2, and 1. Now slowly release that breath as you sink your hips closer towards your heels. Now start to zip up your lips, staying in child's pose, and use your heat generating breath. So keeping your mouth closed. This is like a Darth Vader sound. Breathing in through your nose, and then releasing it out your nose, filling the back of your throat with every inhale and exhale. And start to think about how you want to start your Sunday. Now begin to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, but thread your left arm underneath your right. So anchor your left shoulder, your left ear into your mat as you gaze over your left hand, just stretching through your shoulder blades, your thoracic spine, as well as your delts, your shoulders. With every inhale, walk your right fingertips towards the front of your mat. And with every exhale, walk your left fingertips a little bit further. 2 more deep breaths right here. One more inhale in. One more exhale out. Now, walk your hands to the opposite side of your mat, but this time thread your right arm underneath your left. Now anchor your right shoulder, your right ear into your mat, and then gaze over at your right hand underneath your left armpit. With every inhale, walk your left fingertips a little bit further towards the front of your wrist. With every exhale, lengthen through your delts on the right side. Feel that all up your side body on the right. And even into your thoracic spine. Take one more deep inhale in. One more exhale out. Now start to walk your hands towards the front of your mat. And then inhale as you come up to tabletop pose. So stack your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Now inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down to your mat. Extend the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And now intentionally pull the heels of your hands so they come closer to your thighs. And then exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, look in towards your navel, and then dome out your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down, rotate your shoulders back, your biceps forward. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, look in towards your navel. Inhale, cow pose, one more time, drop your belly down, roll your shoulders down your back. And then exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, look in towards your navel. Now inhale back to tabletop pose, tuck your toes and bring your knees hip width distance apart. We're gonna take giant circles to the right side, so coming all the way back, all the way forward. Allowing all those little nicks and cracks, any stress that's built up in your joints in your body. Allowing all that elastic tissue, all that fascia to release right here. Allowing a greater range of motion in your body. 2 more deep breaths right here. Now, one more inhale in. One more exhale out. Now inhale back to tabletop pose. And now lift your right arm so it's framing your right ear. Gaze straight down at your mat. Now tuck your toes and then begin to lift your left foot out. And now scoop your left hip down, your right hip up, pointing your left toe down towards your mat. Take a deep inhale and as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, connect your knee to your elbow, squeezing. Inhale as you lengthen back out. Exhale, crunch your knee into your elbow, just warming up our core. We'll do this 2 more times. So inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, squeezing. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale as you squeeze your elbow to your knee. And then inhale as you extend back out. And then start to grab your back foot with your right hand. If you can't reach it, feel free to use a towel or feel free to use that long resistance band. Wrapping around your back leg. Or if you can, try to grab onto the top of your foot. With every inhale, shift forward so your left shoulder is over your wrist. With every exhale, gaze over your right shoulders, creating that expansion through your chest, allowing that breath to go all the way through your body. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale out. Now release your foot down. Release your hand down, and this time bring your left knee out to the side for fire hydrant pose. I'm going to face the front, so extend your leg out. Now press the inner arch of your foot into your mat. Tuck your back toe behind you, and then begin to walk your finger pads out towards the front of your mat. Just allowing this space right here to lengthen out your body. Now, if you have the space, bring your forehead or your chin all the way to your mat. But allow your elbows to pop off your mat. Just coming all the way onto your finger pads. 3 deep breaths right here. With every inhale, breathe in where you feel a little bit of tension in your body. With every exhale, allow that tension to release out the back of your spine. 2 more deep breaths, visualizing all that tension you have built up, maybe through your hip flexors, maybe through your shoulder blades. Wherever you keep that stress, intentionally allow it to release with every exhale. 1 more inhale. Then 1 more exhale. Now begin to walk your hands back towards the center of your mat. And then lift your knee out for fire hydrant pose. We're just gonna lengthen out our psoas. Now donkey kick straight up towards the ceiling. Knee to nose squeeze in. 1 more time, fire hydrant out to the side. Donkey kick up towards the ceiling. Knee to nose squeeze in. Then place your left knee back onto your mat. Now this time, extend your left arm forward so it's framing your ear. And then begin to lift your right foot off your mat. Now dial your right hip down, your left hip up. And so your right toe should be pointing straight down towards your mat. Gaze right in between your right and where your left hand would be. Now inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, squeeze your elbow and knee in towards one another. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. 2 more times, inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you squeeze in. 1 last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. Now inhale as you lengthen, kick your right leg towards the ceiling and then start to grab your back foot with your left hand. Now shift forward so your right shoulder is over your wrist and then start to kick into your hand. Gaze over your left shoulder and allow that expansion through your chest as you draw your left shoulder down your back. 1 more deep inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now begin to bring your left hand down, but your right knee out to the side for a fire hydrant pose. Now extend your leg out. Press the inner arch of your foot into that mat. Now begin to walk your hands forward just like you did before, but lengthening through our right hip flexor, our psoas, as well as our groin on the right. Bring your chin or your forehead wherever you have space down to your mat, but popping your elbows towards the ceiling. Take 3 deep breaths right here. So with every inhale, breathe in where you feel a little bit of tension. With every exhale, allow it to release out your body. 2 more deep breaths. Be intentional right here. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale out. Now begin to walk your hands back towards the center of your mat. And then bring your right knee out for fire hydrant pose. Now donkey kick straight up towards the ceiling, lengthening our psoas on the right. And then knee to nose as you crunch in. One more time, just lengthening side out, right fire hydrant. Donkey kick straight up. Squeeze your knee in towards your nose. And then place your right knee onto your mat. Now tuck your toes, lift your knees off your mat for bear pose. So now spread your fingertips out wide. Dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. So curl your spine, look between your thumbs. Now inhale as you bring your right foot all the way back. Then your left foot all the way back, high plank. Now bring your left foot in, right foot in, bear plank. We'll do this 2 more times. So it's right, then left foot, left, then right. Now we'll start with the left. Now bring it back. Hold that bear plank. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Now right here, begin to pedal out your dog. Bend deep into one knee and the other. Release all those little nicks and cracks. And recognize that right now is your Sunday. It's your chance to reset. A chance to reconfigure what's working for you and what's not. And focusing on just moving your body, sweating a little bit during the next 45 minutes. Now take a deep inhale, and as you lift your heels off your mat, come into the balls of your feet. Now exhale as you sink your heels down towards your mat. Let your head fall heavy as you press your chest closer towards your thighs. Now spiral your inner thighs towards the back of the room. So start to shift your weight onto the inner arches of your feet. Feel that all of your Achilles, your calves, your hamstrings, then down your shoulder blades, your thoracic spine. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift your heels off your mat. And then exhale as you sink them all the way down. Now begin to walk your hands back towards your feet and interlace your hands above your head. Seal your palms together, bend generously through your knees and let your head fall heavy. We're taking on a version of ragdoll. So what this does, it allows all new oxygen to replenish out the crown of your head. So really allow your head to fall heavy right here. And then shift your palms towards your head. So you're coming onto the balls of your feet. Your core is engaged. Now begin to nod your head yes. Nod your head yes. Then nod your head yes. You showed up. You're here. Take one more deep inhale. And then exhale as you pull your hands a little bit closer towards your head. Now release your hands down. Plant your left hand down, bend deep into your left knee. Extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. And now shift all your weight towards your right leg. Feel that all up your right calf, your Achilles, as well as your IT band, your hamstring on the right. Take a deep inhale in as you stretch through your thoracic spine. And then exhale, release your right hand down. Now plant that right hand down, your right knee is down. This time exhale as you extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now this time shift your weight all the way over towards your left foot. Feel all those muscles in your left leg start to activate. With every inhale, reach up high. With every exhale, lengthen through your thoracic spine as you draw your left shoulder down. One more inhale. Exhale, release that hand down. Now walk out here to a high plank. Just hold here. Now shift your shoulders over your wrists, your heels over your toes, and then tuck your tailbone down slightly, but bring your pelvis in line with your shoulders. Your belly button towards the ceiling. Now inhale as you shift your big toes. Tuck your elbows in, lower halfway. You'll hold here for 4, for 3, all the way down in 2, and 1, all the way down. Now untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into your mat. Bring your hands right by your armpits, but you're just on your finger pads. Tuck your elbows in. Now inhale as you just rise your chest up, breathe through your belly button. And then exhale as you gaze up and out, stretching all through that spine, your core. And then lower all the way back down. Now this time, grab the back of your feet. So bring your heels so they're towards your glutes. Now inhale as you start to kick in towards your glutes, lifting your thighs off your mat, but squeezing your legs in towards one another. Press your feet into your hands. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lower your legs down. This time we're just gonna lift our chest. So inhale As you draw your shoulders down your back, gaze straight down at your mat. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lower down. We're really focusing on heart openers today. So now last one, we're gonna do bow pose. So just bringing that all together. So take a deep inhale in, and then exhale, bow pose. So start to kick into your hands. As your hands get more pressure towards your feet, draw your shoulders down your back, but gaze straight to neutral. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now tuck your toes, engage your legs. Inhale, high plank, press up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog. Now inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take those big giant circles with your right knee. Sink your left heel into your mat. If you need a little more space or a little more lengthening through your right side body, come down to your left elbow and gaze underneath your right. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 more inhale. Exhale as you rise back up to palms. 3-legged dog, keep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Now over to your left elbow. Back over to your right, just warming up your core left and right. So it should look like a windshield wiper here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Sweep it up in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Sweep your right leg high. And then exhale, knee to nose, cheetah, squeeze in for 4. For 3, plant your right foot in between your hands in 2. And 1, now plant your right foot right in between your hands, nice slowly. Now plant your left hand down. Inhale as you extend your right arm up towards the ceiling, easy twist. Now make sure that back leg is engaged, so the back kneecap is up towards the ceiling. Yes, so now scoop your right hip back, your left hip forward. Yeah, feel your glutes engage right here. Now with every inhale, lengthen your fingertips up. With every exhale, draw your right shoulder down your back. 3 more deep breaths right here. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more inhale in. Now stay on your exhale out. Now keep that left hand down. You're starting to pivot your feet so they're faced in the same direction, so you can see me on the camera. You're on the pinky edge of both your feet. Now frame your ear with your bicep. Feel that all up your IT bands, yes. If yours are tight like mine, it's probably pretty hard right now, but that's okay. That's why we're here. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lower your hips down. Bring your hands and your gaze towards your back foot. Inhale, rise up. We'll do this 3 more times. Exhale, lower all the way down. Yes, you can. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. Those are your tight IT bands. 1 more inhale, and you got a Kelvin. And 1 more exhale out. Now start to swing, pivot both your feet forward. So you're in that high runner's lunge with your back knee over your, up towards the ceiling. Your front knee stacked right over your ankle. Now, start to bring your back foot in a little bit, straighten both of your legs, and then toe heel your right foot so it's on the right side of your mat. We have wide-legged pyramid pose. So you're taking your hands off to come forward right here. You're taking your hands forward on the inside of your right foot. That way it's lengthening through your groin. Now, dial your right hip back, your left hip forward, and then point your toes towards your nose, stretching all through your hamstrings or calves. And with every exhale, allow your left heel to sink closer towards your neck. Now, if you need to bring a book or anything, a block to put your hands on the inside of your foot, that's totally fine. But wherever you are, let your head fall heavy. 3 more deep breaths. 2 more breaths. One more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now frame your front foot, bend your front knee, you're back into that runner's lunge. Now shift your chest over, gaze straight in front of your feet. Now interlace your hands behind your back, seal your palms together. And now lift your chest so it's hovering right over your thighs. Start to activate those quads, those hamstrings. Pull your back kneecap up towards the ceiling. Now, hover your left knee down to your mat. Lift it back up. You have 4 more for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Rise all the way up. Swing your arms up and then pivot your feet so your toes are turned in, your heels are out. Now take a deep inhale, and as you interlace your hands again behind your back, seal your palms together. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold with a bind behind your back. Now really allowing your shoulder blades to lengthen out. And so make sure you're squeezing your palms almost like you're clapping your hands. And then shifting them forward, closer towards the wall in front of you. 2 deep breaths. 1 more inhaling. Exhale, release your hands down. Now walk your hands to your right foot and grab your right ankle with your left hand. Now start to extend your right arm up, just a little twist right here. So with every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, twist it out. 1 more deep inhale. 1 more exhale out. Now drop that right hand down and then pivot your feet so they're back forward with your hands inside that front foot. But toe heel your right foot so it's all the way on the outside of the front of your mat. And then turn your right foot so it's towards the right side of the room. Shift all your weight forward and then bring your left foot to the left side of your mat. We're gonna do a little yogi squat right here. Just lengthening through our groin, our hip flexors. So now draw your shoulders down your back. This is lengthening through that psoas. That psoas is the muscle of the soul. What it does, it's connected to our diaphragm. So it focuses on our breathing. So the tighter it is, the harder it is to get that breath, and we become stressed out way more easily. So rock side to side, allow all those little nitty gritty things from our week to just allow to release out of your body. Yes. And if you need a block of a little pillow underneath your booty, that's totally fine. But draw your shoulders back and now press your elbows into your thighs into your elbows. Take 1 deep inhale in. 1 exhale out. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now plate your hands and do like a little forward fold at the top of your mat. So just letting your head fall heavy. Bend deep into one knee and the other. Just lengthening out right here. Now inhale as you start to bend your knees. Sweep your arms overhead. We're gonna come into a modified chair pose. So now peel your toes off your mat. Sink your weight back and down to your heels. So you can see right here, it's like I'm sitting in a chair. And make sure your knees are coming back over your ankles. Take a deep inhale. Exhale as you lower a little bit closer to your mat. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head fall heavy 1 more time. Now step back to a high plank. Yes, now shift your weight forward, tuck your elbows in, lower halfway. Now flip to the tops of your feet, keeping your knees off your mat, and then raise your chest up, this upward facing dog. And then exhale as you come back to that downward facing dog. Woo. Feel the difference between your right and left side. So now we're gonna do the same thing, just on our left. So now sink your right heel down, sweep your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip, and start to take those circles to the left and right. Just lengthening out that left groin, as well as your psoas, your hip flexors. If you need a little bit more, come down to your right forearm and make it parallel to your mat. Gaze underneath your left chest. 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale, raise up to both palms, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Over to your right, then your left, right, then left. So just sweeping back and forth. For 4, for 3, sweep it back up. In 2, and 1, sweep your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah squeeze in for 4. For 3, place your left foot between your hands in 2. And 1, place your left foot right between your hands like that. Now plant your right hand down, sweep your left arm up, that easy twist on this side. So now intentionally dial your left hip back, your right hip forward. Feel your thighs squeeze in towards one another. And now take your back kneecap up towards the ceiling. With every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, draw your left shoulder down your back. With every twist, it helps your digestive system. So it sends all new oxygen, all new blood to all those organs, helping your metabolism. So really engage in this twist, helping all those maybe yummy snacks, just like myself, that I've been eating. So with every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, twist it out. One more inhaling. Exhale, stay here. Now, start to shift your toes over towards the left side. We're on that horizon lunge, framing your ear as your bicep. So again, your big toes on both your feet should be off the ground. You should only be on the knife edge or the pinky edge of both your feet. They're both faced towards the left side. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, lower your hips all the way down. Feel your IT bend, your TFL stretch on your left side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Woo! Tight. 2 more times right here. Inhale, rise up. I feel it. Exhale, lower all the way down. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now inhale as you rise up, pivot both of your feet towards the front of your mat, and then start to straighten both of your legs, taking your hands on the inside of your left foot. We have that wide-legged pyramid pose. So really allowing that lengthening through your hip flexor, your groin. So start to lift your left toe off your mat and dial your left hip back. Shift your right hip forward and sink all your weight to your right heel. And then press into that solid surface that your hands are on to send your chest closer towards your right thigh. 3 more deep breaths right here. One more inhale. 1 more exhale out. Now, start to toe heel your left foot to the center of your mat. Now bend that front knee and keep that back right knee off your mat. This time interlace your hands behind your back, seal your palms together, and then hover your chest over your thigh. Scoop your left hip back, your right hip forward. And now feel your quads, your hamstrings engage. With every inhale, draw your shoulders down your back. With every exhale, allow all that tension to release out your face. 2 more deep breaths right here. On your last inhale, lengthen. Then take that right knee, hover it to your mat, lift it back up. We have 4, just hovering that right knee. For 3, for 2, and 1, rise all the way up. Yes, now turn your toes in, your heels out. Keep your hands interlaced behind your back as you take a deep inhale in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold that binds behind your back. Let your head fall heavy and shift all your weight to the inner arches. Nod your head yes, nod your head no. 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands down. This time, start to walk your hand over to your left foot. Grab your left ankle with your right hand. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. A little twist right here. Again, sending all that new oxygen and blood with every exhale to our digestive system. So with every inhale, constrict that blood as you lengthen. With every exhale, release all that new oxygen and blood. 1 more inhaling. Exhale, release that hand down. Now again, pivot your feet forward towards the front of your mat. And then toe heel your left foot so your left toe is pointed towards the left side of the room. Shift all your weight forward. And then bring your right foot to the right side of your mat. We're back to that yogi squat. Yes. So now roll your shoulders down your back. Squeeze your elbows into your thighs into your elbows. Lengthening to that groin and then start to rock side to side. Yes, allowing all that tension to release right here. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, stick out your tongue side out. It's okay, y'all. I'm doing it too. 2 more times. Take a deep inhale in. Stick out your tongue side out. We all look silly, yes. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, stick out your tongue side out. Now plant your hands forward, fold at the top of your mat, bending deep into one knee and the other, just lengthening out all that tension and strength that we just built through our legs. Now inhales, you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then exhale, raise your arms overhead, baby back bend, cactus your arms, pop your chest up. And then exhale, forward fold, dive down. Now inhale as you plant your hands to your mat, step back to that high plank. Again, shift your weight forward to your big toes, lower halfway, bring your elbows in towards your side. Now inhale as you flip to the tops of your feet, straighten your arms. So still your knees are off your mat to protect your lower back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Whew. Take one deep inhale in. One exhale out. Now drop down to your knees. We have one more little lengthening for today. And so I'm gonna face the side just so you guys can see. This is called camel pose. It's a big heart opener that's really sending all that new blood and oxygen to your organs. So helping your chest expand. Now, what you do is you take your hands behind your low back, you tuck your elbows in, and your hips are stacked right over your knees. You're gazing straight out in front of you. Now take a deep inhale in. And then exhale as you gaze up and out behind you. If you have the space, try to reach your hands down to your heels, but gazing straight in back of you, allowing your throat to open, your heart to expand, and then shift your weight, your belly and hips towards the front of the room. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 inhale in. And then exhale, slowly rise up and take a seat on your feet. Just take a few seconds. Sometimes emotions, feelings can come up in that pose. So just kind of recognize how your body feels. 2 more deep breaths. Y'all are doing so good. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, come back to a tabletop pose. And then come back out to high plank and downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Pedal out your dog. We're gonna go into core, y'all. How you guys feeling? So, we're gonna come to a high plank as we start core. All right, y'all. All right, y'all, we're starting in high plank. So shift your shoulders over your wrists, your heels over your toe mounts. Gaze straight down at your mat. We're just holding here. So pull your belly button in. Dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. So curl your spine, pull your belly button in. You've got it. You're just holding here. For 4. For 3, come down to your forearms. Into and 1. Now come down to your forearms. We're rocking side to side. So it's right, center, left, center, right, exhale, left, exhale. So you're working your obliques right here, yes. Scooping side to side. So it's out and out. Keep this up. Keep going right here. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. And 1. Now shift over to your left arm. Side plank to the right. Yes, so your right arm is extended straight over your shoulders. Now, make sure your hips are pulled up like someone's pulling your obliques from the ceiling. Now we're just lowering, lifting our hips and up, down, and up. Exhale, yes. Exhale. Now make sure your knees are slightly bent as you lower down. If they're not, come all the way down, bend your knees, then lift back up. So it's down and up, down and up. Exhale. Exhale, you got it. You have 4. For 3, all the way down. Into. And 1. Now roll onto your left glute. Take your hand out beside you, and then lay all the way down. Inhale, rise up. So touch your feet with your right hand. You're just on your left butt cheek right now. Use your elbow. Make sure your left elbow is bent to help you raise up. Yes. Then lower all the way down. So it's up and down. Yes. Lift and lower. Yes. Exhale. Exhale. So squeezing those obliques. Option to bring your left foot down, just doing your right. Option to take your elbow to your knee. So it's in and out. Whatever version you need today, make sure you're engaging those obliques. So it's down and up. For 4. For 3, side plank. Into. And 1, come back to that side plank. Woo. Now this time we're threading the needle in and out. So it's in and out. In and out. Exhale, yes. Exhale. You have 8. 7. For 6. You have 5 more. For 4. For 3, forearm plank. Into. And 1, shift forward, forearm plank, pulse up and up. So now squeezing your lower belly. Gaze straight down at your mat. Yes, so now we're isolating that lower belly. Pull your belly button in towards the ceiling. It's pulse and pulse. 8 more here. You have 8. 7, yes you can. For 6. 5. 4. 3, come to your right forearm. In 2. And 1, come to your right forearm. Send your left arm up towards the ceiling. Now lower your hips down, bend your knees slightly so when you lift up, your shoulders right over your elbow. Yes, we're dipping down and up. Yes, same thing on this side. Exhale as you lift. Now down. Exhale, make sure to breathe right here. Nice, Michelle, you got it, girl. It's down and up. You got it, June. Exhale as you lift. Exhale. You have 8. 7. For 6. Yes, you can, Kelvin. 5 more here. For 4. 3, all the way down. In 2. And 1. Now all the way down to your right butt cheek this time. Now make sure your shoulders still stacked over that elbow. Now lower all the way down. Now lift up your toes straight to your left hand. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, lift off, full feet here. Down and up, yes, down and up. Now use your right elbow to help lift you up. Yes, so you're bending that right elbow. Option to take your elbow to your knee. Still working those obliques. So it's in and out. Continue to breathe right here. You got it. You have 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Nice. Now come all the way back up to that side plank. Same thing. We're threading needle in and out. So it's in and out. Yes. Exhale. Take your gaze with your hand. So it's down and up. Yes. You're stronger than you think. You have 8. 7. For 6. For 5. You have 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, back to your forearm plank. Just hold right here. Yes, you can. So it's hold and hold. For 4. For 3, lower all the way down. In 2. And 1, lower all the way down. Drop your chest to the ground. Inhale as you rise your chest up. Untuck the back of your toes. You're just lengthening through your core. Whew. Now drop your right shoulder down, gaze over your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down, gaze over your right. Back to center. Lower all the way down. Tuck your toes, engage your legs. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo! How y'all feeling? Yes, killing it, y'all. All right, we're coming into balancing. So tiptoe to your hand. Stand up. If you don't have a resistant band, that's totally okay. You can do the exact same thing without them. So get your resistant band. You're stepping the front of your left heel into your resistant band. You're bringing your right knee up so it's in line with your hip. Now you're cactusing your arms. Even if you don't have a band, you're doing the same thing without that long resistant band. We're just holding right here. So, yes, join me right here.
Yes, now. You've got it. Nice, Michelle. Squeeze, roll your shoulders down your back. Now bring your elbows a little bit in front of your shoulders. You have 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now we're just twisting our left elbow to our right knee. So it's twist and back, twist and back. Yes, if you don't have a band, make sure to make those chicken arms on your head right here. We're twisting and back, twist and back. Yes, exhale as you twist. Exhale, you got it. Squeeze. Yes, now leave a little micro bend in that left knee. Yeah, these movements that are a little more complex makes it a little bit harder, but gaze at something not moving. So it's right, center, right, center. You've got to exhale. Exhale. You have 4, for 3, for 2. We'll hold, squeeze. And 1, now hold your left elbow to your right knee. Just little pulses, pulse and pulse. Exhale. Exhale, you should feel this in your left glute. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now kick that right foot back. If you have a band, bring your band so your palms are faced towards the mat. If you don't have it, same thing. Your hands are just out to the side. Y'all, we have lateral raises with toe taps here, so I'm gonna face this way. So as you raise your band up, you lift up. Down, you're tapping your toe down, then lift back up. So it's down. Exhale as you lift. It's up and down, up and down. Yes, exhale. Exhale. If you don't have a band, you're doing the same thing. Just lowering your arms up and down. It's up and down. You're still working your shoulders, your delts, your thoracic right here, your lateral side body. So it's up and down. Serratus. I don't know why I said thoracic. Up and down. You have 8, 7, for 6, you'll hold. In 5, yes you can. For 4, you're holding squeeze. In 3, yes you can. And 2, and 1, hold right here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right foot in, shake it out, y'all. Woo! All right, y'all, we're just doing the same thing. Other side now. So step your right heel in, bring your left knee in line with your hips, cactus your arms. Just hold right here. You know what's coming. Yes, now leave a little micro bend in that right knee. Then draw your shoulders down your back, but your elbows a little bit in front of your shoulders. For 4, 3, we'll twist in 2, and 1 will twist here. So it's out, center, yes, exhale. Exhale, so rather than looking at the screen, look at something not moving. Yes, you got it. Yes, and if you don't have the band, it's right elbow. Yes, use your obliques to twist your torso. Nice, Kelvin, you got it. You got it, Michelle. So it's out. And then nice, Abby, exhale. Exhale. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. And 1, now hold and pulse. It's pulse and pulse. Exhale, exhale, yes. Can you turn your belly button a little bit further to the left? You have 4. You have 3. We'll kick it back in 2. And 1, yes. Now, kick it straight back. This time, raise your arms out in front of you. It's front raise with that toe tap down. So start down, it's up and down, up and down. Even if you don't have the resistant band, you're still doing it with your body weight. You'll start to feel your shoulders, your traps work right here. Yes, you got it. Squeeze at the top. Yes. Now, just quickly down and up. So it's up and down. Exhale, you've got it. You're working your entire body right here. Yes, look at something not moving, so not me. You have 8, 7, 6. You have 5 more right here. For 4, yes, you can. For 3, pulse it up in 2. And 1, now pulse it up. For 8, 7, 6, you're almost done. 5. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, y'all. Woo! How you guys feeling? All right, y'all, you have 5 more minutes left. That's it. It's a 5 for 5 block, so it's 5 minutes. Then you're repeating 5 movements as many times as you can. So you only need that resistant band. You're gonna put that on the long side of your mat. So first thing you're doing is plyo lunges. So you're bringing your right knee out in front, your left leg back, and you're switching. So it's 5 on each leg, 10 total. So you're lowering with your back leg, you're lifting up with your front. So 10, 5 on each arm. Then you're coming down to that high plank. You have Spider-Man push-up. So you tuck your elbows in, you bend your elbows as you bring your knee to that same elbow. So 5 total. The next time around, start with the other arm. Then you come over to the side of your mat. You take your feet hip-width distance apart, hands right by your elbows, rather hands on top of your elbows. You're squatting down, shoulder press up. If you don't have it, you're just doing the same thing, down, just a lat pull down using those lats behind you. Then you're coming down on your belly. You have that Superman with a lat pull down. So inhale, rise up, down, up, lower, up, down, up, lower. Last one. If you come into that chair pose, hands behind your head, you squat down, opposite elbow to opposite knee. You just did that a lot. 5 on each side, 10 total. So use that momentum from your standing leg. Y'all ready? Yes, you are. Give me a high 5 thumbs up, y'all. I can see you. Give someone encouragement even if their video's not on. You have 5 minutes starting in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. 5 minutes starting right now, y'all. Woo! How much can you give for these 5 minutes, y'all? You have 5 minutes, yes. So plyo lunges. Option to walk it out, 5 on each side. Yes, you can. Woo, a lot of legs today. Yes, when you're done with that, you have 5 Spider-Man push-ups. You're coming down, so your shoulders are over your wrists. You're bending your elbows right in back of you. 5 total. And then start with the other side on the next round. Yes, nice, Kellen. Yes, now bend your elbows. Option, just do a high plank and then touch same elbow to same knee, or rather knee to elbow, y'all. Woo! All right, when you're done with that, you're grabbing your band. Do those sumo squats with upright rows. If you don't have a band, just use your body weight, but intentionally use those lats, those traps as you pull down. Yes. Nice. Option to use those weights if you have those too. Nice, Kellen. Y'all are killing it. Nice, Michelle. Yes, girl. So it's up and down. Yes, when you're done with that, you're on your belly. You have 5 Superman. Feeling a little Spider-Man, Superman today. Yes, so 5 Superman on your belly, driving your core, the back of it, towards the ceiling as you gaze straight down at your mat. Y'all, Lily and June, I can't see you, but I can feel the energy. Keep going, y'all. All right, you're 2 minutes in, y'all. 3 more minutes left. When you're done with that, you come to that chair pose with your hands behind your head. You squat down, opposite elbow to opposite knee. Yes, 5 on each leg, 10 total. Then you go right back to those plyo lunges. Woo! Y'all got it. Yes, you can, Kelvin. Nice, Michelle. Nice, Abby. Can you get a little bit deeper in those squats? Nice. Drive your weight towards your heels. Yes, no, those plyo lunges. Try to jump up. It's only 10 of them. So see if you could drive your back knee down as you switch. Nice, Michelle. Yes, option to walk it out to a lunge each time. 10 total. Then you're back to those Spider-Man push-ups, y'all. There we go. Woo! All right, y'all. Spider-Man push-ups, just 5. So start with the opposite leg each time. Yes, then you got those sumo squats with the shoulder press. Y'all are more than halfway done. Yes, You can. 2 more minutes left. Yes, drive those weights to your heels. Nice, Michelle. Woo! Y'all, so close to the end. You got it. All right, y'all. You have 90 seconds left. Yes, now gaze straight down when you're doing those Superman. Yes, now Kellen, shift your weight all the way towards your heels so your knees start stacked over. Yes, just when you squat down, stick your booty out. Yes, nice, Kellen. Y'all got it. Nice, you got this squat, Abby. The oblique twist. Going stronger than you think. You have 1 minute left. Can you get through another round? Yes, you can. 1 more minute. Everything you got, y'all. Woo! What energy can you bring in 1 minute? Yes. Now make sure you're switching opposite knee to opposite elbow. Like this, Michelle. Yeah, opposite knee to opposite elbow. Yes, perfect. Nice. You have 30 seconds left. How much do you have left in that tank today? Woo! Yes, you got going. Nice, Abby. Yes, William Jr., you got it. Yes, Stacy Brown, I don't see you, but I can feel the energy still, y'all. Woo! 10 more seconds. You got it. Do everything you got. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish off that last exercise. Woo! So awesome. Awesome. Give each other high five, thumbs up for all the energy today. Yes. If you have 5 more minutes on this Sunday, just to recoup. We're going to come all the way onto our backs, just stretching out a little bit. Woo. Now, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Like you're sitting in a chair. Lay all the way down on your back. Now, thread your hands underneath your left leg. And then take your right elbow, start to nudge your right thigh to the front of the room. Flex your feet, and then start to pull your thigh closer towards your chest. Feel that all through that hip flexor. Whew. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. With every exhale, pull closer towards your chest. 1 more inhale. Exhale, let your left leg out long. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. And then start to pull your right knee towards your left shoulder, stretching out the side of your right glute. Well, your whole right leg. Now send your right arm to the right. Take your left hand and guide your right knee over to the left, supine twist. Then gaze over at your right hand. Now with every inhale, guide your right knee a little bit closer towards the ground. With every exhale, guide your right shoulder closer towards your neck. 1 more inhaling. Exhale, roll back onto your back. This time, switch out your legs, so cross your opposite foot over your opposite thigh. Thread your hands underneath your left thigh. Now take a deep inhale in, and then exhale. Press your left elbow, so your right thigh is closer towards the front of the room. And with every exhale, pull your thighs closer towards your chest, lengthening out. You're growing your hip flexors. Really activate and flex your feet. Really get into those hip flexors. Now send your right leg long, hug your left knee into your chest. And then exhale, supine twist, guide your left knee over your right thigh. Gaze over your left hand. As you anchor your left shoulder into your mat, take a deep inhale in. Exhale as you twist it out. 1 more inhale in.
One more exhale out. Now inhale as you bring your knees into your chest. Take your tailbone off your mat. And then exhale, happy baby. So stamp the ceiling with your feet. Drive your knees in towards your armpits and grab the outer edges of your feet. Make sure your tailbone's off your mat and start to rock side to side. Massage out that low back. Maybe extend one leg and the other if you need to stretch out those hip flexors a little bit more, as well as your hamstrings. And when you're ready, inhale as you hug your knees in towards your chest and your forehead towards your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Appreciate yourself for showing up, for spending the last 45 minutes, just like becoming a better version of you, resetting, getting the right mindset for the rest of your week. Take a deep inhale. Then exhale as you lay flat on your mat. Just let everything go. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Just come back to your breath for a few minutes. If the setback stops you, it becomes the end of a story, the conclusion. If you carry on, it becomes the beginning, the start. It becomes the part of the story where you tell everyone about how far you've come, about how much you had to overcome, and how every obstacle was in your way, but you pushed through. You made it work. This is your new beginning. So release that setback and allow your perspective to change. You're ready to move on with the rest of your day. Start to bring movement back into your body, starting with your breath. So take one big deep inhale in through your nose. And then exhale as you allow that breath to release. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Point your toes towards the front of the room. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Your second wake up of the day, feeling a little different than your first. And then roll onto your right side in fetal pose. So bring your knees into your chest. Use your arm as a little pillow. And pause right here. We end each class on our backs in corpse pose, the death of our practice. And then roll into fetal pose like you are right now, signifying new beginnings, rebirth, a chance to not allow the setbacks, all those things getting in your way, to define what this time period is like, but rather reset, recommit, and also do things that light your soul on fire to fill up your time. Come up to a seated position, facing the front of your mat, sitting on top of your feet with your knees out in front of you. Roll your shoulders down your back, and we'll take one last cleansing breath together. So take a deep inhale to extend your arms overhead, seal your palms together. And then exhale as you release everything out. Walk with kindness. Have gratitude, y'all. Thanks for joining me today. I went a little bit over as always, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Feel free to come talk to me, give me feedback, anything you liked or didn't like, and feel free to unmute yourself.
Thank you.